Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be the top 10 mods of the week. I apologize, I did not do one of these last week. It was just too crazy for me. So anyhow, we're doing it this week. There weren't as many mods this week, unfortunately, but I still think we got some pretty good ones, and I'm going to show you guys the top rated mods by you guys when you guys go ahead and rate them in the mod hub. So again, make sure you guys are rating your mods. That's how they get in this video. It's not my personal top 10 or anything like that. It's the top 10 as rated by you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into it. For number one, we have the Grimy BLF 200. This is by 76 Max. It is 4.60 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.8 out of 5 stars, with 16 people having rated it. This thing is going to cost you $15,000, has a working width of about 3.4 meters and requires 160 horsepower and weighs 1,200 kilograms. So the concept behind this is for you to put ridges and do that for your potatoes. However, obviously there's no ridging for potatoes. There are ridges that can be made with the premium DLC, and I thought that might be an option with this, but that's not what this is purposed to do. This thing will basically act as a subsoiler, and that's where you're going to find it in the store. So it's basically a 3.4 meter subsoiler, but if you're trying to play kind of more realistically or have that kind of added realism, this might be a good mod for you. So there you guys go. Moving on to number two, we have the Lizard MKS8 Plus. This is by John Way 1930. It is 2.15 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.7 out of 5 stars, with 15 people having rated it. At face value, this is essentially the same trailer that we have in the base game. It's the Lizard MKS8, so it holds 8,000 liters, and this is going to cost you $25,000 to buy. It has a few extra added options, though, which I think make it kind of stand apart and why this is the MKS Plus. So those options are, again, you can add a trailer hitch to the back of this, so you can start chaining these things together, which is pretty cool. It has an optional beacon light. It has more base game colors options, or more than the base color options. It also has more rim color options as well. And another thing you can do, which is pretty cool, is you can do it as kind of two 4,000 liter tanks. So one trailer can have maybe 4,000 liters of milk and 4,000 liters of water at the same time, or maybe 4,000 liters of liquid fertilizer and herbicide at the same time. Instead of having 8,000 liters possible capacity of each one, it kind of can divide itself into two different tanks, which I think is a pretty cool feature. However, nothing crazy about it other than that, and it does only take milk, water, liquid fertilizer, and herbicide, so no additional fill types for you. But there you go, that's Lizard MKS8 Plus. For number three this week, we have the CLA Rollant 520. This is by EED123. It is 13.03 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.9 out of 5 stars, with 44 people having rated it. This is just kind of a really well-detailed CLA baler. So it's a round baler, nothing crazy about it. It can do all your different baling things. It can bale grass, hay, straw, and then you can take your grass bales and you can roll them into silage. This one does not roll that for you, so don't think it's a bale roller or anything like that. But it's pretty cool otherwise, really well detailed. This thing is going to run you $55,000 to buy, requires 90 horsepower, has a pickup working width of 2.1 meters, and max working speed of 17 kilometers per hour, and it can do either standard or wide tires on it. So there's a few different options for you, but if you're running a nice little CLA farm, this might be the perfect little baler for your farm. And if you needed a place to put all of those round balers you're making with your CLA Rollant, we have the Lizard T127 and T127 Plus for number 4 this week. These are both by Butterwick Team and 9.55 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.9 out of 5 stars, with 36 people having rated it. There are 2 trailers in this pack. The first one is $39,000 to buy and can hold 8 round bales. You can configure the colors, the tires, and that's pretty much it there. Then there's another one that you also can configure the colors and tires, but this one's $45,000, and that's the one you're seeing before you. And the big difference is it's the Lizard T127 Plus, which now holds 12 round bales. So if you wanted to step it up a little bit, you could do that and have this one all set to good to go for you. So there you go. There's a few color options, not too many, so don't expect anything crazy. I think there's 5 or 6 total, but overall, pretty good little bale holder or bale bloater, or however you want to look at it. So there you guys go. Moving on to number 5, we have the utility markings. These are by Squigglesy, I think. 0.58 megabytes to download for all platforms. These are currently rated 4.6 out of 5 stars, with 21 people having rated it. There are 35 different markers in this pack. They're only $1 each, so basically just kind of to roleplay or to add some realism. If you wanted to mark out some utilities or fake utilities, that are obviously this isn't like a real thing we have to do in Farming Simulator, but if you wanted it for the realism, I put quite a few of them out here in front of you. They're pretty cool, pretty easy to use. So if you wanted to add that kind of extra realism, or maybe part of a role play or something you had going on, this would be kind of cool to kind of add in there. So I think that's pretty cool. It's something just a little bit different, something we don't have, and gives a little bit more opportunity to be creative for the players. So I think it's a cool mod. Goodness, I can't talk. That is the utility markings by Squiggles. For number 6, we have all Deco Trees. This is by Khalif Zurich. This is 59 kilobytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.8 out of 5 stars, with 35 people having rated it. This is basically a massive pack of trees, which kind of adds some more trees for you, and it kind of just gives you a variety. So no matter what map you're playing on, if they didn't put all the trees on there or anything like that, here on No Man's Land, there actually is quite a few trees on here. So when the map makers make their maps, they decide what trees can be placed by you in the game, and this basically just kind of takes that ability for them to decide out of it and allows you to place whatever you would like, any kind of base game tree or any tree that you'd find on maybe another map. So pretty cool. Definitely has some cool trees in it, and a lot more trees than even No Man's Land has available for you. So if you wanted to do some different decorating on your farm or add some trees to it, this would be the perfect pack for you. For number 7, we have the Grain Storage and Machine Haul. This is by Noob Frags. It is 8.45 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.8 out of 5 stars, with 24 people having rated it. This is a massive shed that also holds quite a bit of extra capacity for grain. Basically, you can see just in the door that I'm at here, there is onto the left, there is a huge area to store machines, and then on the right is kind of a silo that you can't get to, but right there in front of us, you can see where you can get stuff in and out of it. Ignore the strange placement there. I've been having some issues with placeables only on this game save specifically, so just note that you're not going to have those issues. However, just as with any placeable, I do recommend you level out the ground before you play it on there or place it on there. But this is it is quite a large building as well, so just be aware of that. But it's only $45,000. You can select the color if you'd like to, and it holds 1.7 million liters of grain, which is pretty cool, and it's only $150 a day for upkeep. So there you guys go. That's the Grain Storage and Machine Haul by Noob Frags. Moving on to number 8, we have the Massey Ferguson 8100 pack. This is by Nico Do 55. It is 53.13 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.5 out of 5 stars, with 225 people having rated it. If you are a Massey Ferguson fan, these are perfect for you. These are very customizable kind of medium tractors, and yeah, that is their shop category as well. I just wanted to note that I was saying that correctly there. But yes, they are nice little medium tractors, perfect for any farm where you're operating with some red equipment, or maybe you just really like Massey Ferguson tractors. These would be perfect for you. They're not too expensive either. There's a smaller one than this. This is the large model you see out in front of you on your screen, but the small model starts at 58,460, ranges between 135 and 155 horsepower, and has different engine configurations and different decorations and stuff. Again, a lot of stuff you can customize. Then the larger model starts out at 65,250 and ranges between 160 and 200 horsepower. So if you're a Massey fan, there's a lot of good customization you can do to these. A lot of things you can kind of add and make it kind of your own tractor. So but there you go. That's the Massey Ferguson 8100 pack by Nico Do 55. For number 9, we have the Beat Pulp Plant. This is by Acker Designer. This is 17.01 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.9 out of 5 stars, with 12 people having rated it. Just like it sounds, this thing is designed to intake your sugar beets and output your sugar beets cut. It does work as a production facility. It can hold up to 600,000 liters, I believe, of the input and the output. It only costs you $25,000 as well to buy this, so it's actually a pretty good deal in terms of that. And it has quite a few cycles, so it does 1,920 cycles, and each one of those cycles will do 20 liters of sugar beet pulp. So you're looking at, what is that, close to 40,000 liters you can pump through in a month, which is pretty sweet. And the production cost is only $120 a month if you have it running, and daily upkeep is $50 a day. So just be aware of that. But otherwise, pretty nicely detailed. Just a nice little production facility to make your sugar beet cut, if that's what you need to do on your farm. Moving on to number 10, last but not least, we have the Widespan vehicle system. This is by Dogface and BDB SSB. This is 32.14 megabytes to download for all platforms, currently rated 4.2 out of 5 stars, with 107 people having rated it. This is a really cool setup, so you can have this thing kind of folded up to drive it straight down the road to make that a little bit easier for you, or you can have it in this kind of configuration. You can put any header on it to harvest whatever you'd like to harvest. Well, not anything, I guess I should say, but any grain crop, or so anything a corn header or a grain header can do, you can put on there. But it's really cool. It holds 23,000 liters too, so it'll hold quite a bit of the crop. But it's something kind of unique. This is something that does exist in the real world, that's out there and out and about, and it's kind of cool to see a modder bring it into the game for us. So yeah, but there you guys go. That's the Widespan vehicle system. Very cool mod by Dogface and BDB SSB. And with that, that is our top 10 mods of the week. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching. I'll see you guys next week.